Okay, so hi, I'm Andy from Ear for Language, and got a new video today. We're going to talk about how to learn a language. I'm going to start from the beginning, figure out what you need, what it takes, and how you can do it. Um, the website, the channel is called Ear for Language. I think there's a lot of parallels between language and music. I like guitar, not a very good guitarist, but I do enjoy it very much. And I found as I learned to play guitar that I would depend on my ear. I was kind of taught by a friend and picked up chords and so forth, and little by little. And so of course, I do have some bad habits, but there's a lot of parallels. So, you know, during these vlogs or videos, I might break into a song or some kind of a part of a song just to kind of get it out, you know. So, well, let's start with language. So, whenever you're learning a language, usually you've got reasons why you want to study it. There's some kind of a motivation. There's something that has a purpose, has a meaning in your life. And so that's what's going to push you to try different things. That's what's going to push you to do the things that it takes. Now, assuming that you have that drive, you have that motivation to learn a language, and could be for any language: Spanish, English, Russian, Farsi, Chinese, whatever. It basically boils down to three different things. And I think if you are able to find these three things, you can be successful, assuming, again, you have the motivation for it. Now, the first thing is some kind of a program. To learn a new language, the vocabulary, the grammar structures, and so forth, the idioms, the culture that comes through in a language, you're going to need some kind of a program to follow, because unlike our first language, we had 10, 15, 18 years to learn it, right? But with a second language or a third language or a fourth language, we don't have the luxury of time. So we've got, instead of reinventing the wheel and learning everything by simple observation, if you can use some kind of a program that will give you the basics, they don't vary that much. There are different approaches, and people will have their preferences. Then you should be able to find something. So it could be something that's an audio-based program. It could be a book-based program. It could be a web-based program. It could be an app on your phone, something like Duolingo. It could be a number of things. But you do need some kind of a program that will bring all the different aspects of language learning, from vocabulary to grammar to pronunciation, writing, culture, idiomatic expressions, all of that. So it doesn't matter what kind of program you have, just decide on a program. And if you like it, try a few, go to a bookstore or whatever online, shop online, and what looks good to you, you try it, you like it, go with it. So you've got a program. Now, as you go through that program, because remember, you have the motivation, you're interested in learning this language and studying it. So you go from there to, you're going to need, from time to time, you're going to need somebody to bounce things off of, right? Some kind of a tutor or a teacher who you can go to with questions that come up as you study, or things you didn't understand that you want to clarify. And so some kind of a cultural linguistic informant who can help you solve some of the dilemmas that come up in learning a language, because they do. It's called a foreign language for a reason, because everything looks foreign. It looks different. You haven't seen it before, and so you need someone who knows the language, who can help clarify those doubts you have and bounce things off of and try, okay, am I right? Does this work? So you're going to need some kind of a language tutor or language teacher. It can be something that's done infrequently, or it can be done regularly. Okay? It just varies by person, by circumstance. The third thing that you need to be able to learn the language and learn it well so that you're progressing step by step, because that's the name of the game, just to improve every day, learn a little bit more, be able to produce and operate a little more comfortably with the language, is a language experience. So now you've put the book down, you've asked the questions and got the tutoring to help fill in some of the gaps. So you're prepped. Now you need to be in a place where the language is spoken, where it is used. It could be a supermarket. It could be a restaurant. It could be another country. It could be a mission trip. It could be, some kind of magnificent voyage or adventure travel that you have been dreaming about. Or it could be as simple as your neighbor. Depending what the language is and where the population that speaks their language would be, whatever language that is. This is the experience that builds the motivation, because you're trying out things that were kind of theoretical at first, and now you're seeing they're working. Or maybe they're not working. Uh-oh. And so you can go back to the drawing board with more confidence, with more motivation, with some clarity about what progress you've made. When you're putting the rubber to the road, I can operate in this language. I can actually speak this language with people who use this language. It can be something on the phone, on the internet. There's endless possibilities. So you need to be creative looking for those opportunities. If you're in a large urban area, there should be many opportunities. If you're in a small rural place, you may have to depend more on the internet. But with those three things, you should be able to get a really good start on learning a language. Using a language program to give you the structure and the content that you're going to need. Having a language tutor or trainer or teacher to answer your questions, to bounce ideas off, to do a little practice with, to see if you're actually getting it. And then a language experience. Whether it's traveling the 7 seas or finding something close to home, there are people out there that you can engage with, and it will be so much fun. You're going to love it so much. You're going to go back with such motivation. That's my take on what it takes to learn a language. A language program, a language teacher, and a language experience. So that's the lecture for today. Now let me play a little something. Okay. earforlanguage.com. Go to my website, and I want to encourage you in your language learning adventures. Okay? God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Ciao.